Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers News Channel. Anyway, today, first, I would like to say that I'm coming back because I miss this game. I really do. And I completed my summer orientation, which is a course of mine, and you know, I came back specifically because some people forget how great this game is, and they take some privileges for granted, and you know, I just want to bring a light to the full potential of this game. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I started YouTube, actually, because I wanted to show people that this game has potential. And even though you complete the Elite Four and you complete the story mode, you know, there's another story. Instead of defeating the Elite Four and stuff, you can go into either of the two paths. You can either become a shiny trader or a competitive battler, or maybe you just want to hang out in Vermilion or Vermilion, the popular area. You can hang around there all day if you want to. But Pokemon Mode does have a story beyond the Elite Four, beyond all these other events in the game. So here's what I'm trying to bring up here. While I was gone, interesting things happened. And I want to go and touch up on that, but first, I would like to say this, that there are some competitors out there for Pokemon that say, oh, we're a lot better than Pokemon, and you know, and they attract YouTubers. And the truth is that, you know, I think I'm one of the few YouTubers that doesn't fall for that. I don't want to use the word on this programming, but I don't fall for that. I look and I'm like, I mean, I do interrogative research, and I can comment about some of these games, well, pretty decently. For instance, one game, which I'm not going to name here, I think is poorly built, and the developers of that specific game, you know, hate Pokemon with a passion, to the point where they just, you know, it's kind of like road rage, where you know, you get angry and you just plow what's in your path. I feel that the competitors of Pokemon, the current competitors, I think, really do lack that in-depth gaming that Pokemon has, and the great community base and excellent staff lounge that's willing to assist you if you have any problems or difficulties. Heck, in Pokemon there's even a support knowledge base. You know, it's people strive to help here, and the community is very warm and welcoming, and you know, I just think this game is really a work of art. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to those headlines. Okay, so our first headline is that, you know, I always had trouble pronouncing this guy's name, but I heard a lot of good, positive things about him, and you know, I'm glad that he was added to the staff lounge. In Aaron, please tell me in the comments if I pronounce that correctly. I don't want to mispronounce his name. You know, he's a very nice guy. You know, I heard many stories about him, and you know, that just motivated me to make a video about him. well, I mean, not really a video, but just a little brief detail. I mean, I heard that this guy's very reliable, trustworthy, you know, and good. Good for the staff lounge. I'm glad that they hired this guy. I think this guy would, hearing the traits, and I was interviewing not just the administration. I was interviewing also some what the community thinks. The community thinks he's a really great guy. He went into the staff lounge. Good for him. All right, headline 2. G. Bush became a moderator. Actually, I met the guy. Haven't really talked to him much. Very nice guy. I guess you could say he's kind of like an acquaintance to me. He's a very nice guy. Anyway, he went over to the staff lounge, which congratulations for G. Bush. I'm proud of him. I don't know. Maybe there's mixed opinions about him. I don't know. But I like him. I think he's an excellent guy in the staff lounge. He's also known for his guides too, and he's really excellent guy. I mean, just I see his guides, and they really do help out competitive people. Maybe even some novice competitive players as well. Like they get assisted by G. Bush as well. So congratulations. In fact, when I first met this guy, which was someplace in Virginia, I made a joke. I said, "Wait, are you George W. Bush playing Pokemon? Are you the president of the United States playing this Pokemon?" Yeah, he got a little chuckle out of that. So anyway, G. Bush became moderator. I think he's one of the best people, guide-wise, and I think he's in charge of the guide tavern. I could be wrong, but I think he's in charge of the guide tavern. Next headline: Akela Kerber came back to the staff lounge. I like this guy, and I talked to even when he's not staff, I talk to him, and very nice guy. I'm not gonna give you brief details on our conversation because that is personal and it's off the record, so that means it's totally out of bounds, and I can't say what me and Akela Kerber were talking about. But I can say this, that we had a wonderful conversation in his own private room in the TeamSpeak, and yeah, I'm glad that Akela came back. I look at his at the comments on the forums every now and then, and I see his comments, and so sometimes it could just make you laugh. I mean, he can. I mean, this guy, he's nice, and he's a bit reserved, but once you talk to him, very nice guy. All right, who's next? Onyx. Oh yes, Onyx. Congratulations on that promotion. Congratulations. Actually, Onyx, how I knew him, actually, it seems almost like I know these people. Anyway, how I knew Onyx was that, he's, I think I remember him as like some trader back in like 2013. Yes, I was on 2013. You can look at my trainer card. August 4th of 2013. Anyway, back to topic. I remember Onyx advertising on Trade Chat that he had something, and I was like, oh look, this guy's like some shiny trader. I didn't know that this guy might reach for the staff lounge one day, and he got promoted, and good for him. I mean, he really did work hard to get that. Actually, I talked to him when he did become a CM. Actually, I told him about that I knew him based upon what he said in the trade chat, and he's like, oh yeah, I used to be an avid trader, and you know, I don't know if he still has a bit of that trade blood in him, you know, but you know, if he does, I wouldn't be surprised. Very nice guy. I became his friend, and you know, he's, like I said, nice guy, and he does a lot for the game. Especially, I remember him in the support area, like in the support knowledge base, and I remember him responding with a couple of some of the higher ups, like, you know, Hisagi and all these people commenting on the forums on the support knowledge base. I remember Onyx going there and commenting on that. So yes. By the way, Onyx, I've trained myself how to say your name correctly, if you notice. So I'm not saying Rolex like the watch. I'm saying Onyx. There you go. Kind of like Onyx, except Onyx. All right. Moving on. Transmaster. Why am I reporting about Transmaster? He resigned from the staff lounge, but I do want to say this though. He has been a contributing factor to the game, and I don't just say that loosely. He has been a contributing factor to the game. He was the one that came up with the whole tier list council. He was the one that kind of made the competitive scene stand out. And the fact that there's even a tier list council to decide what's banned, what's not banned, and Trans was in charge of that. And you know, I just think of the guys. I kind of think of him as like kind of like an inspiration for some of the competitive people to play, because you know, he's the one that makes sure that the Pokemon are fair and Pokemon are not fair. If a Pokemon is too OP or overpowered, he then meets with the tier list council. They decide, oh, alright, well, I think, for an example, I think Tyranitar looks like it's wrecking house in OU, and it's wrecking the tier. So let's just go ahead and move T-Tar to the ban list. Yep, that's what Trans does. He operates the competitive scene, which I admire him for that, and I still talk to him even after he quit. And I still talk to him whenever he goes to that bail channel and on TeamSpeak. So sometimes he goes into a locked channel or he mutes his sound and microphone. But most of the time, he's a very nice guy, and I talked to him before. Talked to him even when he was staff. Gave me some insiders on the competitive scene. Very nice guy. Anyway, there's still a couple more headlines, and I'm going to go and tell you something that I really thought that made my eyes open as soon as I came back. Okay, headline 6. Snorlax and Blissey are put back in the jailhouse. Yep, you heard it right here. Snorlax and Blissey are put to jail again. In the Uber section. Keep applauding. I like it personally because, you know, Snorlax and Blissey have been dominating the competitive scene, and I think that Snorlax and Blissey not being in the competitive scene kind of brings an opening for creative ways how to wall. Instead of just relying on Snorlax and Blissey, maybe you can look to some alternative way to wall, like Vaporeon, Slowbro, Venusaur, I don't know if Umbreon's still popular, but if Umbreon's still popular, then you can use Umbreon. There are tons of ways to wall, and I think Snorlax and Blissey being in the competitive scene, that's great. That's going to really help out, or in the sorry, guys. In the prison, I think it's gonna really help competitive players be creative on what walls they can create. Keep those gears working. All right, and then got another headline, which Chancy's being test banned by the UU Council. So they threw Chancy over in the BL. In the I think it's called borderline tier, but I call it the ban list for UU. So anyway, Chancy's being test banned. I don't think Chancy is going to be used in OU because, I think there are tons of Pokemon that can wall a little bit better than Chancy can. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe people might run over to Chancy because Chancy has just enough defense. I don't know. I can't predict the future. So, all right. And last headline, and this is going to take a little bit, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the competitive trends. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the last headline, and I'm going to talk about this probably about 5 to 6 minutes. So please bear with me here. Node. Yes. Node has been promoted over to Senior Game Master. No, I did not Photoshop that. Node actually got promoted to Senior Game Master. Congratulations to Node. If you still don't believe me, look in the staff lounge. Now, this is an excellent, well, in my opinion, this was kind of like, the carpet saying welcome, almost. Welcome back to Pokemon. Once I came back from my 3-week depression, the best thing that I think ever happened to me personally on Pokemon is to see one of my friends get promoted to one of the highest positions in Pokemon. And I don't say this specifically for bragging rights. I say this because, Node was the one that introduced me to the competitive scene. She was the one that introduced me over to breeding and the concept of breeding, and she's been going out of her way to help me join in the competitive matches. So since Node has helped me do all this stuff, and I have a bit of a friendship. Well, not really a bit of a friendship, but I have a lot of friendship feelings towards Node. So, she's helped me through and through, and seeing her become a community manager, I mean, that got me excited. The first day when she became a community manager, then she became a game master. I was excited for her as well, and she also became a global moderator. I was also excited for her that day as well. And when I come back, she became a senior game master. Now, this may sound a bit weird or creepy or whatever you want to call it, but I was actually dreaming about Node becoming a senior game master. I thought, well, that was just a dream. I didn't think it would actually happen, because I did it. If you look at my YouTube indexed, and if you look at the interview with Kudasai that I did, he says that that usually people don't get promoted to senior game master. It's really, really rare, and you have to do something extremely outstanding to get this. Anyway, I was thinking, I wouldn't think Node would get this position, because no, there are plenty other staff that are there in the game as well. And to my surprise, Node actually got promoted to Senior Game Master, and you know, thinking about it, I'm pretty excited. You know, she's a friend of mine, and hope for the best for her. You know, I think she pretty much, you know, proved to me that, not really proved to me per se, but proved to the community that, you know, that she really wants to help out the game, and I really do appreciate that, and Node's eagerness to help others, I think, is really an excellent trait of hers. I really admire that from her, and I've talked to her plenty of times. Very nice person, and it's very nice to see this happen. Node becoming a Senior Game Master. It's really an outstanding achievement. Congratulations, Node. I want to say this right here on air. Congratulations. And thank you for all the work you've done in the game. Thank you for getting me into the competitive scene. Thank you. You know, and thank you for giving a brief visit to our team, Yellow, as well. Thank you for giving a visit to Yellow. I appreciate that. All right. As you can tell, I'm very emotional right now because a friend of mine actually became a Senior Game Master. I'm excited for her. I really am. Thank you, Node, for all the work you've done. Thank you. And even if you're not in the staff lounge, you'll be up there as one of the people that help make this game great. You'll be up there with Trans, and you know, Node, I think you're doing marvelous, and continue on your journey. Big, sincere congratulations. Not just a YouTuber, but a person. Well, I wouldn't really say personal friend. I would say an online friend, because everyone on Pokemon is online. But yeah. So congratulations, Noda. I really do mean it. I hope for the best for you. Even if you're not in the staff lounge, I still hope for the best for you. Alright. Now, some people are gonna ask, where's my where are my guides of the day? Where's my shops of the day? Where is all that? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and provide a second tape. But this is the first tape. This is just providing the headlines of the day, and you know, I figure that the people want that right now. So, yeah. Anyway, this is Roy Rogers News Channel. Thank you for tuning in to the network. I know, game, I'm disconnected, but there's a difference between being disconnected and being disconnected because, you know, a friend of yours just got promoted. Anyway, I'll be right back, and I'm going to go ahead and fix up the game just a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, anyway, stay tuned for part 2, but meanwhile, this is the Roy Rogers News Channel, signing off on a friendly note that on August 19th, my classes start again, so I may not come back to YouTube until the semester is over. I just want you all to know that, and I really do strive to give you all the best content I can give you. You know, I try to make sure the content is entertaining, and you know, I seriously enjoy this game, hands down. Anyway, this is Roy Rogers News Channel, signing off. And watch part 2, by the way.